So a lot of the times people think, how do you guys function? Because there's so many of you and there has to be a lot more going on behind the scenes, and there is.
So I kind of went through recruitment thinking like, oh, I'm not going to join a house. Like, I can always find a different organization to be a part of, but you know, it's just going to be stupid, and it's going to be a bunch of girls that are going to say like, and oh my God, and like da-da-da-da, and you know, like flick their hair and just think they're so high up and have their nose strung in the sky. But day one broke that wall for me.
I didn't really want to join it at first because I thought everybody that was in a fraternity wasn't really going to school for the right reasons. They wanted to go and just party and like skate through college. But after my roommate had joined for his first semester, I got to hang around the guys that were actually in the fraternity and realize everything that the fraternity meant was a whole lot more than what I had seen in just like movies and TV shows.
Academics is, I think, something that's really overlooked in the Greek system. And there's a couple of statistics I could throw out there, like every person that goes Greek has a much higher chance of graduating. Every person that goes Greek has their average GPA bumped up by like a 0.3. So the reason for this, to me at least, isn't just that you have something to live for and to work for and to keep you in school for, because otherwise you're just going to college. If you're not in a student organization, you're not doing something, you're just going to class, probably commuting, going back home, working, and your life seems very stale. As for the academics, I think what makes it successful is that you have a support system around you.
And that's something that we like pride ourselves on as a sorority, and that's academic interest. It's one of our 5 standards. It's something that is so important to us because we are, yes, trying, you know, working towards philanthropy, trying to better, you know, the organization, trying to improve the Greek community, but also our individual needs are to pursue academics at a level of excellence, and that's to exceed standards, not just meet them.
Well, I think another stigma with sororities and fraternities is that we like to party and we like to go out and stuff, but what college kid doesn't? How about that? We're all going out, but because we're going in a group that has a name above it, we're automatically like the party group. What about all the kids that go out together that don't have an organization that they're attached to? Like, yeah, we drink or we might go out and have a good night, but there's so many other college kids that do it too, and they don't get a stigma of it.
You get launched into this social environment in the Greek system where you learn to meet people, you create real relationships, you grow as a person, and you develop in your confidence in yourself because so many other people accept you for who you are. That's the social aspect for me.
Hazing's always a hot topic as well. Unfortunately, you know, movies and media out there have really romanticized the idea or really perpetuated the idea. But really, our campus is a zero tolerance policy. I can say as well as a founding father that it was something I never respected, something that I never want to go through or never want to put someone through. There's no value in it, and no one should be hazed. No one ever deserves to go through hazing, and there's no real purpose for it.
And I couldn't agree with that more. I think that hazing is just so negative and unnecessary in my opinion. There's so many other ways to go about showing your pride or your excitement or your commitment to an organization, and I think a positive manner is so much more effective, and there's so much more retention when respect is shown and in turn it's received.
All right, so the money part, the real cost behind Greek life. You know what? Yeah, it does cost to be in fraternity, but I don't like when people put it in the way that, you know what, I pay for my friends, because you're not. You're paying for the experience.
But in reality, especially here at Cal State Fullerton, all of us have like a job, or some of us even have 2 jobs, and we usually pay for our own dues because our parents can't afford to help pay for tuition costs and sorority costs.
It's not the cost itself that's swaying you away, it's the idea of paying for something. A lot of people, I love this stereotype too, say that you're joining a fraternity, you're paying for your friends. Let me break this down for you. We've probably had 20,000 people initiated into this chapter or chapters along the West Coast. So my dues are $600 a semester. If I've paid $2,000 throughout my entire fraternity experience, I'm paying maybe like $1 per friend, $10 per friend at the most. You break this down nationally, where you have like 200,000, anywhere up to 1 million initiates at some of the top fraternities and sororities in the world, and you're paying like 10 cents a friend. And for the friends that I have, I'd pay way more than that. I say you're missing out if you're not paying for your friends, if that's your stereotype that you're going by.
You do put money into it, and you do pay to join the organization. The difference is that through the recruitment process and through the intake process, you're not going to join something with people that you don't like. And if you do, you're probably not going to be there for very long, because just as I've said that, the letters don't define the people within the house. The people within the house define those letters. And so and no one group is better than another. We're all so diverse, we're all so different, we're all so interesting, and you can value knowing everybody. And that's something that I'm a big fan of, is get to know as many people as you can. But you're gonna find those best friends within your organization, and you're gonna find that place where you feel like you fit.